Your daughter's sweet 16 has to wait, Mom insisted over the phone. Your sister's kids have a school play this weekend. We can't miss their performance. I sat in my home office, phone pressed to my ear, watching my daughter Emma through the window as she scrolled through Pinterest boards of party decorations she'd been saving for months. Mom, we planned this 6 months ago. The venue is booked. The invitations went out 3 weeks ago. Well, you'll have to reschedule, she said, her tone leaving no room for argument. Family comes first, and those children have been practicing for weeks. They're playing trees in the forest scene. Trees? They were playing non-speaking background trees. Emma's been planning this for a year, I said quietly. She's turning 16, not getting married. She can have a party next month. Your sister's children only get one chance to be in this play. My sister Lisa chimed in on the speakerphone. I hadn't realized she was listening. Come on, don't be selfish. Your daughter gets everything she wants. My kids barely get recognition for their achievements. Being a tree in a school play is an achievement? I asked. See? This is exactly why we need to be there for them. You've always diminished your niece and nephew's accomplishments. I looked at Emma again. She'd gotten straight A's this semester. She volunteered at the animal shelter every Saturday. She'd been saving her own money to help pay for party decorations because she knew money was tight. The party is happening on Saturday, I said. Then we won't be there, Mom stated flatly. Your father and I are driving to Springfield for the play. Your brother and his family are coming too. If you choose to be selfish and continue with this party, you'll be celebrating alone. Aunt Jessica and Uncle Tom are coming too, Lisa added. Nobody's going to miss a school play for a birthday party that can happen any time. It's her sweet 16. And it's my children's theatrical debut, Lisa shot back. But fine. Be selfish. Have your party. Just don't expect any of us to show up or send gifts. We'll remember this when Emma actually needs us for something important. The line went dead. I sat there for a moment staring at my phone. Then I walked to Emma's room. She looked up from her laptop and I could see she'd been crying. You heard. She nodded. It's okay, Mom. We can reschedule. I don't want to cause problems with Grandma and Grandpa. How much of that did you hear? All of it. The walls are thin. She closed her laptop. Maybe they're right. It's just a birthday. Their play is probably more important. I sat on her bed. What do you want to do? I want everyone to be happy, she said, which was the most Emma answer possible. If rescheduling makes that happen, then that's what we should do. That's not what I asked. What do you want? She was quiet for a long moment. I want my sweet 16 party on Saturday with my friends. I want the decorations we picked out. I want to feel special for one day. Her voice cracked. But I don't want to be the reason everyone's mad at you. No worries, I said, kissing her forehead. Let me handle this. That night after Emma went to bed, I opened my laptop and started researching. The community center had been affordable but basic. If my family wasn't going to show up anyway, there was no point in trying to impress them with conventional choices. I spent 2 hours looking at venues before I found it. Marina Bay Yacht Club. The photos showed elegant vessels with panoramic windows, hardwood decks, and sunset views that looked like paintings. I called first thing Tuesday morning. Marina Bay Yacht Club, this is Patrick speaking. Hi, I need to charter a yacht for this Saturday evening. It's for my daughter's 16th birthday party. Wonderful. Let me check our availability. Keyboard clicks echoed through the phone. We have the Serendipity available. She accommodates 40 guests comfortably and includes a full galley, upper and lower decks, and a professional sound system. What's the cost? For a 4-hour sunset cruise with our premium package, including full catering service, decorations, and a professional DJ, the total comes to $25,000. I didn't hesitate. Perfect. What do you need from me? The money represented 5 years of freelance graphic design work. Projects I took on after Emma went to bed, clients I'd built relationships with through networking groups my family never asked about. They assumed I struggled financially because I was a single mom. They never bothered to learn I'd built a successful side business. We'll need a 50% deposit to secure the booking, and I'll email you our catering menu selections and decoration options. Send everything over. I'll have the deposit to you by the end of business today. After I hung up, I sat back and looked at my savings account balance. This would make a significant dent, but watching Emma's face light up when she saw that yacht would be worth every penny. I spent the rest of Tuesday coordinating details. A florist for the rose arrangements, a photographer for professional shots. I even arranged for a small fireworks display to happen as we returned to the dock, which added another $3,000 to the total. $28,000 for a birthday party. My family would lose their minds if they knew. Good. I didn't tell Emma about the change in plans. I just told her the party was still on for Saturday and to make sure her friends knew. On Wednesday, Mom called again. I heard you canceled the community center, she said. Good. I'm glad you came to your senses. We can do something small for Emma next month, after all the play excitement dies down. The venue had a scheduling conflict. I lied smoothly. But the party's still happening Saturday. Where? I found another place. Well, we still won't be there. I just wanted to make sure you weren't wasting money on something when family isn't even attending. Noted, I said and ended the call. Saturday arrived with perfect weather. I'd told Emma to dress nicely and bring her friends to the harbor instead of the community center. The confusion on her face was worth it. Mom, where are we going? You'll see. When we arrived at Marina Bay and she saw the yacht with Emma's Sweet 16 spelled out in roses along the side, she burst into tears. Mom, this is too much. We can't afford this. Let me worry about that. This is your night. Your friends are going to be here in an hour. We have a photographer, a DJ, a full dinner service and a sunset cruise around the bay. No family drama. No competing for attention. Just you and the people who actually care about celebrating you. The party was magical. 28 of Emma's friends showed up, all dressed in their best outfits. Girls in cocktail dresses and heels they weren't quite used to walking in. Boys in button-down shirts and dress pants, hair actually combed for once. The yacht departed exactly at 6 p.m. As we pulled away from the dock, a collective gasp went through the teenagers. The crew had transformed the upper deck into a wonderland of twinkling lights and white roses. The lower deck housed long tables decorated with gold and blush pink linens, exactly matching the color scheme Emma had been planning for months. Mom, this is insane, Emma whispered, gripping my arm. How did you do this? Magic, I said, kissing her temple. Now go enjoy your party. The catering staff, all in crisp white uniforms, began serving appetizers, gourmet sliders, shrimp cocktails, stuffed mushrooms. Food these kids had probably only seen in movies. I watched their eyes widen with each course. The yacht sailed around the bay as the sun began its descent. The DJ, a professional who'd worked celebrity events, read the crowd perfectly. One moment they were dancing to current pop hits, the next to throwback songs that had everyone singing along. Sophie and the other girls documented everything. The perfectly plated dinners, the moment Emma cut into her 3-tier cake, the sunset painting the sky in impossible shades of orange and pink, Emma dancing with her best friends, head thrown back in genuine laughter. I stayed mostly in the background watching from the upper deck railing. A crew member approached with a glass of champagne. Your daughter seems very happy, she said with a kind smile. That's all I wanted, I replied. At 8:30, as darkness fell completely, the DJ called everyone to the upper deck. I'd told Emma about this part. Make a wish, I said as the crew brought out her cake, 16 candles flickering in the ocean breeze. She closed her eyes and I wondered what she wished for. Probably something selfless, knowing Emma. Probably world peace or for everyone to just get along. She blew out the candles and her friends erupted in cheers. At 9 p.m. as we headed back toward the marina, the fireworks started. I hadn't told Emma about this part. Brilliant explosions of gold and silver lit up the night sky, reflecting off the dark water. Emma grabbed my hand, speechless, tears streaming down her face. Happy birthday, sweetheart, I whispered. The teenagers crowded at the railings, phones out, capturing every burst of color. More content for social media. More evidence of exactly how much this night cost. I felt my phone buzzing in my purse. I knew without looking that the Instagram stories had started making their rounds. Family members were probably already seeing them, probably already getting angry. I didn't care. At 9 p.m. my phone started buzzing. First Mom. Then Lisa. Then my brother. Then Aunt Jessica. I ignored them all. At 10, when the yacht docked and the party was winding down, I finally checked my messages. Mom, is that a wife? Are you serious right now? Lisa, you're spending thousands on a party but couldn't come support my children? My brother, this is really immature. Flaunting wealth while the family is at a school play. Aunt Jessica, your mother is crying. How could you be so spiteful? The Instagram stories had made their way through the family chain. Sophie had tagged Emma and Emma's profile was public. Every detail of the yacht party was on display. Lisa had called 3 times and left a voicemail. You're teaching your daughter terrible values. Spending money you probably don't have just to prove a point? We were at a beautiful play supporting children who actually worked hard for something and you're on a yacht? Grow up. I texted back only to Mom. Emma had a wonderful sweet 16. Hope the play was worth missing it. The next morning Mom showed up at my house unannounced. We need to talk about last night. There's nothing to talk about. Emma had her party. You went to the play. Everyone got what they wanted. You made us look terrible. Jessica's daughter saw those Instagram posts, and now she's asking why we weren't there. That's a good question. Why weren't you? Because those children needed us there. Emma is family. And she needed you there too. It's different. Your sister's kids don't get as many opportunities. Emma has a good life. She didn't need an extravagant party. You're right. She didn't need it. But she deserved it. And more than that, she deserved to have her family there. By spending money you don't have. You don't know what money I have. You've never asked about my freelance work. You assumed I was struggling because it fit your narrative. Lisa's car pulled up behind Mom's. Great. Are you kidding me right now? Lisa stormed up the driveway. My kids are devastated. They saw all the party photos and asked why they weren't invited to the yacht. Because they had a play to be in, I said simply. You did this on purpose. You wanted to make them feel bad. I did this for my daughter. Your kids' feelings about missing a party they weren't invited to aren't my problem. You're so selfish. You always have to be the center of attention. I didn't post anything. Emma's friends did. And yes, I rented a yacht. Because my daughter deserved to feel special. And since her family wasn't going to be there, I made sure she had an unforgettable celebration anyway. Mom stepped between us. This family is falling apart because you couldn't just be flexible. No, Mom. This family has a problem because Emma's sweet 16 was less important to you than watching kids play trees. You made that choice. I just made sure Emma didn't suffer for it. We were going to take her out for a nice dinner next month, Mom protested. She didn't want a nice dinner next month. She wanted her family at her sweet 16 party. But you made your priorities clear. My brother pulled up next. Apparently, this was turning into a family meeting I hadn't agreed to. You couldn't just let this go, he said, walking up. You had to embarrass everyone? I didn't embarrass anyone. I threw my daughter a party. You're embarrassed because now everyone can see the choice you made. It was a school play. It was trees. Background trees. And you chose that over your niece's 16th birthday. The argument continued on my front lawn for another 20 minutes. Neighbors were definitely watching. Finally, I'd had enough. Here's what's going to happen, I said, my voice calm but firm. You're all going to leave my property. Emma and I are going to enjoy the rest of our weekend. And the next time there's a family event, you're going to remember that choices have consequences. You're being ridiculous, Lisa said. Am I? You want to talk about ridiculous? Ridiculous is expecting me to cancel my daughter's party for a school play. Ridiculous is calling me selfish while demanding I prioritize your kids over mine. Ridiculous is showing up at my house the next day to scold me for giving my daughter a beautiful memory. I walked to my front door. You're welcome to apologize to Emma whenever you're ready. Until then, we're done here. I closed the door on their protests. Inside, Emma was sitting on the stairs. She'd heard everything. You didn't have to do that, she said quietly. Yes, I did. You deserved better than their scraps of attention. And you deserved to know that someone will always choose you first. She hugged me, crying into my shoulder. Thank you for the best birthday ever. You're welcome, sweetheart. My phone buzzed with more angry messages throughout the day. Family group chats discussing how inappropriate my behavior was, how I damaged family relationships, how I was teaching Emma to be materialistic. I left all the group chats and blocked the numbers that wouldn't stop. By Monday, extended family members who hadn't even been involved were messaging me, asking me to apologize and make things right. I didn't respond to any of them, What I did do was frame my favorite photo from the yacht party. Emma surrounded by her friends, genuine joy on her face, the sunset golden behind them. That photo sits on my desk now. A reminder that sometimes choosing your child means disappointing everyone else. And I'd make the same choice again in a heartbeat.